Hello everyone, welcome back to the Georgia Bassmaster channel. Today's video topic is basically cold, muddy water fishing here in the wintertime. A lot of people struggle with it or they just don't go, and to me, it is my favorite time of the year to go. So I'm just gonna give you guys a few applications, tips, tricks, things to catch more big bass here in the winter. The first thing is basically lures, and I like to pick a lure that has a lot of water displacement, whether you mean that by it puts off a lot of vibration or it's just a bigger profile bait and it's gonna be moving water a lot more, like a big glide bait. I did a couple videos with these baits right here, probably just a couple weeks ago for you guys, but these things put off a lot of water when they go through the water. Even though they don't vibrate, it really lets the big bass hone in because they don't have a lot of water visibility. So just having a bigger profile bait. So like, don't be throwing Ned rigs, don't be throwing finesse worms, don't be throwing Cincos, don't even be throwing smaller size baits. Like, I'm probably gonna go out today and throw this swim jig, and you could theoretically throw a small swim jig, but I have a pretty beefy profile right here with a 4.5 inch tail on the back end of it. So I have a pretty bulky little profile, doesn't give off a crazy amount of vibration, but it gives off a lot of water displacement. But obviously things like chatterbaits and spinnerbaits are gonna work extremely well in muddy water because these fish don't really use their sight anymore. They have to go off their lateral lines and feeling the bait. One good thing about muddy water, and here's another tip, imagine if I were to just turn off all these lights in the room right here. One of the ways I'd have to find my way out of here is to feel like where the table is and where the wall is. That's the first thing you're gonna do when things get dark. And in muddy water, these fish are gonna stick close to cover, the bank, wood, rocks, trees, vegetation, grass. They're gonna be right on the edge of it. And that eliminates all these fish that are out there in the main body of the lake, super deep, 15, 20 foot, around nothing, suspended. These fish are gonna be hugged up on the bank. Grass is my favorite area this time of year, but big rocks, boulders do very, very well as like big submerged trees and logs. And those are the type of places you're really gonna find fish this time of year in the cold winter fishing. Another good tip is this muddy water is actually, if you guys don't know, muddy water heats up faster than clear water, obviously because of the watercolor. Like, just like a black shirt is gonna get hotter than a white shirt, you know? So the muddy water is gonna heat up faster than clear water. So if you can go up back into some shallow coves, those shallow spots are gonna heat up so much faster than the main body of the lake. And Dad and I will go out to these places. We'll find spots in the back of coves where it's 3 or 4 degrees warmer at least than the main body of the lake, where it might be just a little bit clearer. And these fish, like I said, they're gonna be moving close to structure because they can't see. They're moving up there because the water is warmer, and they're cold-blooded, so they're basically, their body temperatures go where the water goes. But we have caught bass literally within like 8 inches of water. How we don't see their back sticking out this time of year amazes me sometimes. I'm talking about 6, 7 pounders in this deep of water in the mud. And like Bill Dance said, it's not too muddy unless you can see coon tracks in it, then it's too muddy. But if it's an inch of visibility, go out there, go fishing, throw a big bait. I'm gonna go out there, throw the swim jig, the Alabama rig, and the chatterbait today, and give you guys a little bit more of these tips and tricks while we're out there on the lake. And we'll see you guys out there in just a minute. Let's go. Alright everyone, we are out here on the lake. I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks for this cold winter bass fishing. But the water's a little bit muddier than I originally thought it was, so probably mainly gonna stick to a chatterbait and go fish these super shallow sandy areas. So let's go ahead and get to it. We'll see you guys in a second. So like I was saying, we like to get right on the edge of the bulrush. Yeah. But a lot of these are just tucked in right there, using the bank to their back, and Waiting on bluegill to swim by in this muddy water. Just getting them real close casts. Sometimes I reel a little ways off the bank and then kind of let it drop. Let it get some depth. But most of our hits are, yeah, most of them are pretty close. It's like right here we got a random stick sticking out. I'm playing him. I don't like playing him. He's gonna come up and shake me. Yep. I mean, he's got that old yellow spring color.
Right now we're in 2 foot of water.
Oh, he was shallow. He instead of like hitting it really hard, I'm sitting at 4.36. He's just heavier than he looks. Oh, it's an old heavy one right there. I always think this little creek will hold one. I don't never get one. That 5-pounder I caught over here that one day had to have been 7 inches deep. Had to have been. Because it's a little flat that comes out right here. Ooh. That was a big one. Throw back over there. See if he'll bite. So you probably can't tell, but right here there's a lot of submerged grass and just like small dead lily pads and stuff. These bass love to hide up in them, gives them lots of structure, good places to hide in the mud, and it kind of filters the mud as well. So good spot. Uh-oh. 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 It's huge. It's huge. Oh, no, 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 no. Woo! Right on the bank, man. Right on the bank right over there.
Fat, fat, fat.
I couldn't catch up with him. It was one of those that, man, them things are fast. 5.68, 5.7, so almost. All right. This one right here was literally in about 6 inches of water, maybe a foot deep, a little over 5.5 pounds, but solid fish, exactly what we were looking for. Another good reason these fish love to hang on the bank, if you can see there's an open slot of water behind the bulrush. Minnows and bluegill love to hide in there, and these bass love to ambush them. Got some more of that duckweed over here, starting to take over. I don't know how they swim that fast in 50-degree water, man, because you saw it, man. It was just going off to the right. I'm talking about getting it. It's almost like they fight harder now than they do in the summertime. I think that's like my 9th bass over 5 pounds this year. That's crazy. That's a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Oh, biggest one of the day. Biggest one of the day. Oh, oh, oh. On this side. Ooh, that's a 7. Yeah. Well, close to it. Hook fell out too. Man. 6.3 basically. So not quite a 7. All right, 6.3 pounder. I thought I was gonna lose him there for a second. He was jumping, man, just straight up out of the boat. So yeah, what we're working is just really shallow water. Probably every bass we've caught's been 2 foot or shallower. And that's what these fish are wanting right now in this cold, muddy water. So that's what you need to try. Let's get back to it. Here we go. Right there is a bag Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed the video or at least learned something. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, leave this video a like and a comment. It really helps support the channel, helps get this video into the algorithm. But I've been blowing you guys up with John Boat content, and the kayak content is coming soon. So then I'm gonna be blowing you guys up with kayak content since I just got a new kayak. Big things happening. I've caught 10 bass over 5 pounds this year, 2 7s, quite a few 6s. So it's been a great year so far, and we're just getting into it. So see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.